Hey everyone, are you ready for this interview? Because I'm going to interview Sneaky. It's day two of the LCS Playoffs, North America, joined by Sneaky. Cloud9 has defeated Curse in a convincing 2-0. Although, let's talk about those games because they were a little bit closer than I think a lot of people had expected. Curse did a pretty good job of chasing you guys around the map a bit. What were your expectations for that match, and where they met?
Um, I expected them to fight back. I knew they were a good team, so they'd beat Dig pretty convincingly, although it was 2-1. And I expected them to just fight a lot. The team comp was kind of annoying to deal with. They had Mundo and Malulu both times, and first game they had 4 heals, second game they had 2 heals, so it was insanely hard trying to kill Mundo.
What do you think of that? Because I know that we're seeing a lot of Lulu Mundo and then just a ton of healing right now in 4.5. Is that I know you mentioned it's kind of annoying, but do you think that that's like fair, or would you like to see some changes around that?
Um, I think it's fair. It's just kind of a meta thing. Just with the heal coming out, you can save Mundo really hard and remove all the ignites off Mundo, so he's just a super tank basically. Um, Although it didn't win versus us, but it was very annoying for us to deal with. So I don't really think it was that like broken or anything.
Did Curse meet your expectations or surpass them at all?
Yeah, they met him. They really fought back, and I think they got like a 4-man almost ace on us at one point near Dragon the first game. So that was like really hard to deal with. And for some reason in both games, I did not manage to get fed. I had loads of CS, but I couldn't get any kills. There was no action where I was, except for like one kill in Zin the second game when I was Graves.
Is that just something you're gonna have to find in the replays or whatever? I know you said for some reason, as if you don't have any theories. You're just like, where's my CS?
It it might be just with the way Curse plays. They may play like a lot more safe and not actually try and go for engages in 2v2 and stuff, which is how it felt because when I was ever trying to fight Cop, he would just back up and like be completely out of range, and it was good, it was fine, but it was just a little bit more, I'd say, boring for me, just because everyone else is getting kills and I'm there with like 15, 15 assists.
Now, as exciting as your guys' match was, I think the profile or like the big headline match for the day was TSM CLG. I heard that you guys actually scrimmed CLG a lot leading up to this, and obviously you guys are really close to TSM and have a pretty good knowledge of them as they're one of your biggest rivals. What were your thoughts on the match that went down there, and were you surprised at all?
Um, my thoughts on the match. I did think TSM was gonna win, just going in without any like prior knowledge, and CLG came out really strong. They barely lost the second game, and they should have won that game. And then third game, same thing. They had the game in the bag, and then I don't know what they did. I wasn't watching that closely because I was doing stuff, but they should have won the games, I think. And yeah, TSM and CLG both really strong teams, and they have basically the potential to beat each other any day. And yeah, we scrimmed CLG a lot. They played Nocturne a bunch, as you saw. They basically picked Nocturne like every time, and then that's about it.
Now, for 4.5, there was a lot of discussion about the big changes and all that kind of stuff leading into this. What has 4.5 meant for you guys as a team? Have you adapted to it and you feel comfortable, or is it still kind of a strange thing to play on tomorrow?
I feel pretty comfortable on the patch. There's not much that affected me other than just having more heals for myself. And I guess the only thing that kind of surprised me today was the Mundo, just how tanky he was. It was just really annoying to deal with. But other than that, everything seems to be okay for me.
So tomorrow you go head to head with TSM, decide who goes to Paris. You guys ended the split just slightly ahead of them. Are you how concerned are you for them tomorrow?
Um, I think it'll be a 3-2 either way. I don't know who's going to take it between us and TSM. Um, I don't know. It's going to be really hard, the series.
Are you is like the trip to Paris going to be driving at you at all whenever you're sitting there trying to land the last kill or like land that CS or get a kill?
If we're about to win, it'll probably pop in my head. And be like, yeah, Paris. But other than that, it's not going to affect me. I'm not going to be thinking about it the whole time. That's kind of a bad mentality. You're like, oh yeah, Paris is on the line. I'm just like, I want to win this match.
You guys were able to beat them pretty handedly at the end of like the playoffs for last year to decide who goes to Worlds. Is that a factor at all? And like, is that past history a factor at all whenever you go into the match tomorrow, or is this like does that not matter? Just what matters is what happened to split and what will occur tomorrow.
What matters is what's happening right now. Anything in the past, like our record, whatever it may be against them, does not matter at all. I think that happened with CLG versus TSM last split. They were like 4-0 CLG against TSM, and they came to the playoffs and just got 2-0 or whatever it was. So yeah, nothing matters up until the exact moment in time when you're playing them, because they could be a stronger team or a weaker team at the time. So it doesn't really matter.
Very good. Well, you have any shout-outs, plugs, anything you want to say here at the end?
Oh yeah, thanks to my sponsors: Crunchyroll, Alienware, Logitech, Law Class, and HyperX.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for the interview. Really appreciate it. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of our coverage of the LCS and more at ongamers.com.